Strike Force 3 is Call of Duty 4 from Wish. No, that's too much of a compliment. It's Rogue Warrior from Temu. It plays like Duty Calls was a serious game. It's almost as if somebody played Rogue Warrior and thought Richard Marcinko was actually a cool guy. And the worst thing is, this game is $20. Hey, Dragon here, and when I saw this game, I genuinely thought, there's no way a game with the name of Strike Force 3 could be a good game. That's about as generic as you can get. So, we're back again. How bad is Strike Force 3? Graphically, this game does one thing well, and that's modern lighting. If you look at it in screenshots, it actually looks okay. Can't be that bad, right? Well, then things start moving, and it looks like a 360 game. The amount of people that popped into my Twitch chat thought this was a 360 game and then realized that it came out only a month ago is not at all surprising. Okay, I need a breather. Before we continue talking about a bad game, let's talk about something that actually looks good. The temperature is finally lowering enough to where I can start wearing hoodies, like this one, which is from Into the AM, today's sponsor. This hoodie is incredibly soft, it's comfortable, it's warm. I expected it to be a bit thinner because they are a California company, but no, this is a good hoodie for the winter. At least for Pacific Northwest winters anyway. I think you know the drill by now. Into the AM makes a ton of very comfortable, stretchy, durable clothes. It also helps that they look good. Their flagship product is their shirts, and they did just release a new 100% cotton line. But they make far more than shirts. Like the hoodie I'm wearing, like pants, like coats. If you want it, it's probably on their site. And of course, if you go to intotheam.com/dragonshirts, you can get 10% off site-wide. And if there's a bundle deal, it will stack on top of that deal. So check them out. I do wear their clothes all over the place. It really doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm walking around, it's comfortable. They look good. I just like wearing their stuff. Hell, I wear their clothes on my other channel. They don't sponsor that channel. They're just good clothes. Once again, intotheam.com/dragonshirts for 10% off site-wide. And a huge thanks goes to Into the AM for sponsoring this video. As a reminder, this game runs on Unreal Engine 5. This is not an outdated engine, this is a brand new engine. Somehow this game came out on everything. PlayStation 5, the Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Epic Store, Steam, Xbox Series X and S. How? Then I look at the dev's Steam page, Polygon Art. And my god, look at all of these games. The oldest one is from 2015, but all of the others at their oldest are from 2017. That's so many games in such a short amount of time. And they're all overpriced as hell. These things are garbage. These are the crappy games you find on Steam for $5 usually, but most of these are 15 to 30 bucks. Why? And not a single one of these games have a positive review. That is certainly not changing with Strike Force 3. Now, the reason I was surprised this game was on consoles is because even on a PC with a 3080, this game runs horribly. I'll say one positive thing, at least when I make a change in the video settings, I can directly see it at the main menu so I know what it does. But changing all of this didn't seem to do anything. The frame rate was still awful. This game runs terribly. There is apparently DLSS. It's bootleg DLSS and doesn't do anything. How in the world does this run on the Switch? Oh god. That's how. Judging off of how much this guy is struggling to hit a stationary target, it seems like the aiming is pretty awful too. And that's not any different on PC. There is some pretty hard aim acceleration and it makes aiming feel real awkward. The good news is you never have to do that. Guns in this game are entirely broken, both in production quality and in gameplay mechanics. These models look okay stationary and in good lighting, but the moment you start reloading, yeah, those are pretty poor reloads even if the game came out in 2010. It doesn't even have an empty or a non-empty. You'll never cock any of the guns except for the shotgun, which you will always pump. And speaking of the shotgun, it's a Mag 7 in Iraq for some reason. And this should be a pump action shotgun, but I eventually figured out that if you click quickly, you just ignore the pump animation. It's just a semi-auto. What is moving on the left-hand side of the MP5? Is that a part of the bolt clipping through the model? No, I don't think the model is detailed enough to actually have a moving bolt inside of the model. What is this cursed monstrosity? What the hell is that Desert Eagle magazine? You can also cancel reload animations by just clicking, so you just start shooting immediately. I can't tell if this is intentional or not, but judging on the game, probably not intended. Okay, it's definitely not intended because you can swing the knife so quickly it doesn't even hit the target. You're canceling the animation before the hitbox. Oh, but that's not all, because while you can aim in this game, again, you have no reason to. Aiming doesn't make your gun any more accurate. It's just as accurate from the hip. You are best off playing this game like you're playing Counter-Strike. If you want to be most accurate, just crouch and spray from the hip. It'll be fine. The only time you'd want to aim is to get a little bit more zoom. Oh, but it gets even better than that. Some guns in this game have infinite ammo. And I don't mean you'll never run out of ammo. No, you'll run out of ammo with the gun, but all you have to do is drop it and then pick it back up and you got max ammo again. This works with the MP5, the M16, and with the Spectre. It doesn't work with the AK or some of the other guns. This game's guns also operate under video game logic of if it's semi-automatic, it's a sniper. So your pistol is just your sniper rifle. Hit markers are coded in the weirdest way in this game. You will get a hit marker on an enemy no matter what.
The stolen supplies. Be advised, the area is heavily fortified. Enemy resistance is expected.
Wait a minute, do I still get...
Complete the mission at all.
I get hit markers if I shoot dead bodies! 100% accuracy, I'm so good! Where's ours? Okay, so he shot at me, hit the dead body on the ground, and that gave me a hit marker. If anything touches the body, you get a hit marker. So not only does this game look bad, but it sounds even worse. Immediately on the first level, I noticed there was no soundscape. No wind, no sand brushing by you, just quiet, nothingness. Eventually this does change, and some levels actually do have rain sound effects and thunder, and it sounds okay. And then you get to this level, and you're suddenly playing Battlefield 3! Your gunfire? What's going on over here? What is happening over here? Someone's trying to shoot me through the gate. What is going on?
Hey, here's your net.
That was a Battlefield, right? Yeah, no, I was right. They're Battlefield 3 sound effects. Why are there Battlefield 3 sound effects being played? Yeah, that's 100% Battlefield 3. Why? What? So this overpriced $20 game is being sold as an official game on Steam using assets from Battlefield 3. And they thought that would be okay. Why? You don't want to mess with EA's lawyers, man. I would say they probably won't bother with a game as small and garbage as this, but this is EA we're talking about. Who knows what the hell they're going to go after? To make things even worse, surround sound is totally busted in this game. Footsteps sound like they're behind you, so if you're strafing to the right, it sounds like someone is walking to your left. And this also applies to guns. It's the worst with the Spectre, which for some reason sounds like a minigun. But since this gun is so loud, you can really see how bad the audio is. The audio channels change depending on the direction you're walking. And the visuals are messed up too. Anytime you get shot, it makes bullet impact decals spinning in the air in front of you. Almost like you're made of concrete. What is this, Killing Floor 1? Okay, no, I'm not making that comparison. Killing Floor 1 is a good game, it doesn't deserve this. But all of this is nothing compared to the AI. But before I explain to you how bad this AI is, let's take a look at what their Steam page says about the game. Immersive single-player campaign. Engage in gripping storyline as a member of the elite strike force battling its ruthless terrorist organization. Authentic combat experience. Utilize a wide arsenal of weapons and equipment. Employ strategic thinking and engage in intense firefights in realistic environments. If by realistic you mean brown and empty buildings where enemies spawn in out of nowhere, then sure. Stunning graphics and sound effects. Immerse yourself in realistic visuals and sound effects that enhance the overall gameplay experience. Challenging enemy AI. Battle against intelligent enemy AI that reacts to your tactics and challenge you at every turn, keeping the gameplay fresh and challenging. Okay. We have slow-mo in the game too. Wow. Let's see how dumb they are. I'm literally walking into it. Do I have a knife? I do. Wow. Amazing. I'm so cool. Oh, I died. They just keep shooting even when I'm dead. Uh-oh. Good thing they're really bad. I mean, look at that. Can they, hold up, can they even hit me? Wow. This AI it's something. That guy's just in a rock. Okay. And he can shoot me. But I can't shoot him. It's like Far Cry 2 all over again. Oh, I see him. I got him. He flew out of the rock. Alright. They love to do that. Oh my god, this game. This was funny when I first started playing. But after 4 hours of this, it just becomes tedious and boring and repetitive and so bad. I started trying to speedrun these missions, but the worst part is, if you die, there's no checkpoints. These missions can get 30 to 40 minutes long. You're gonna redo all of that. And throughout these missions, there's going to be numerous points where you have to sit and wait for an enemy ambush to stop for multiple minutes, or sit and wait for a helicopter to fly, and you're gonna have to do that over again. Putting on my tinfoil hat here for a moment, I'm very sure the developers are doing this just so you get over the 2-hour mark so you can't refund the game. Okay, but they mentioned engaging missions, so what are you actually doing on these missions? Well, you're walking down invisible hallway corridors, pressing E on objectives. There are very few exceptions. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it's just walk here and press E. And around every corner, enemies are going to predictably pop out from areas you know they're coming from, shoot them, and keep going. These enemies themselves cannot kill you if you're at range. They just do no damage to you. They will either sit behind cover, popping up and down like a duck at a carnival, doing absolutely nothing, or they'll suddenly turn into the Flash and bum rush you, spraying everywhere. 99% of the time, they're just useless and won't even be a threat. 1% of the time, they kill you out of nowhere. Oh my god. Anyway, here are your objectives. Press E to put a GPS tracker on some boxes. Press E to put down a radar dish that will start a defense section. Just sit here until it reaches 100%. You have to be near this radar dish. If you're not, it won't go up. That oftentimes means leaving yourself completely exposed, possibly having to do the whole level again if you die. Thankfully, this radar dish that you're supposed to protect is really good cover and has huge invisible walls around it. And then there's my favorite objective: push boxes into a truck. You know how back in Half-Life 2, you were able to press E and pick up anything in the game? There was engaging physics and it was just fun and revolutionary at the time. Yeah, well, that game that's 19 years old, almost 20 years old now, almost 2 decades old, does more than this game does, because you can't pick up a simple box. You have to awkwardly push it around. I still don't know how you're supposed to push this one. You can't get into the door on the other side, and you can't get yourself through this little gap to push it off of these boxes. My solution was to stick my head through the ceiling. Pretty sure that's not the way you're supposed to do this, but whatever, I'm not stopping to figure it out. After 4 hours of playing this game on stream, my brain was pretty dead, and I was just done. I had seen everything I needed to see. I played it for an hour or two more than I initially intended, because I wanted to see how bad the sniper level would be, but I'm not subjecting myself to any more of this. I wasted $20 on this game, so you guys don't have to. Don't play it, it's not worth it. Hey, I want to give a huge thanks to Into the Aim for sponsoring this video. Go to intotheaim.com/dragonshirts to get 10% off site-wide, and also check out their fall bundle that is currently going on, because it is fall. Huge thanks to my YouTube members. They get to see my videos at minimum a week early. It could be 2 weeks or a month, depending on how much is going on in my life. Sometimes I just gotta get a bunch of videos done at once and then do other things. I get kind of busy, so it means a lot. Also, thanks to everyone that kept me sane while I was playing this train wreck of a game over on Twitch. If you want to follow, my Twitch is twitch.tv/Jarek4GamingDragon. We have a lot of fun over there, even when we're playing bad games. And of course, thank you guys for watching this video. This game's been bad, but the video's been fun.